Early in the morning, yeah, me neighbor ballin'. Hold the donkey, hold the donkey. The donkey run in on the school kitchen, and it kick out to a sheep big fat chicken. The donkey want water, the donkey want water. Bring the donkey.
Oh my God. The music is very
Hey!
This, the Creole culture.
Early in the morning, yeah, me neighbor ballin'. Hold the donkey, hold the donkey. The donkey run in on the school kitchen, and it kick out to a sheep big fat chicken. The donkey want water, the donkey want water, donkey want water, donkey want water. Hold the donkey, hold the donkey, hold the donkey. Ah, 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 ah. Hold the donkey, hold the donkey, hold the donkey. Ah, 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 ah. Hey, Joker. Hey, 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 hey. Have a lazy partner, they call him now, man. Always seen about rumors. Anytime you see the donkey get fat, you know it's now man do that. Anytime you see now man get kicked, you know it's the donkey do that. The donkey want water, donkey want water, donkey want water, donkey want water. Hold the donkey, hold the donkey, hold the donkey. Ah, 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 ah. Hold the donkey, hold the donkey, hold the donkey. Ah, 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 ah. Hey! Give me. What? Hold the donkey, don't tie him down there. Hold the donkey, don't tie him down there. Hear what the woman say. Don't tie the donkey down there. Hear what the woman say. Don't loose the donkey from there. The cars get up and pray, make him pray, make him pray. The donkey get up and pray, make him pray, make him pray. Hold the donkey, hold the donkey, hold the donkey, hold the donkey. Make it pray, make it pray, make it pray. Hey! Make it pray, make it pray, make it pray. Hold me donkey, hold me donkey, hold the donkey, hold the donkey, hold the donkey, hold the donkey, hold me donkey, hold me donkey. The cars get up and pray, make him pray, make him pray. Donkey get up and pray, make it 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 pray till Christmas Day, make it pray, make it pray, make it pray, make it pray till New Year's Day. Hold the donkey. Hold the donkey. What? Hold the donkey. Hold the donkey. Hold that.
noise to Mr. Ralph Reynolds, the donkey man in the house. Jump, jump.
Bring the titty, 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 bring the titty. Oh, know what? Yes, listen, listen, listen. You know something? I love the titty. You know why? But some of the man afraid for the titty because they get hooked on it. They can't let it. And they tell you, as they get in a bed, hand above me. Hey, and not today. But Mr. Tucker run. But you know all of them not titty, you know, listen to me carefully. Some of them, you know what you call it, lily one there? What you call it, lily one there? Call it chuchu. Then after chuchu, you got titty. And after titty, where you got Bobby. Boom. Hey. Bobby, 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 mommy. Bring the Bobby, mommy. Bring the titty, bring the titty, bring the titty. Hey. Hey. Bring it. Hey. We gonna get the titty tonight. Hey. The man cry like one baby. Read this up, Miss Sandra today. The man cry like one baby. Read this up, Miss Sandra today. Oh gosh, look here. That under Miss Sandra. And they put up a challenge. She called Miss Tucker. And she called the brother too. She say you did talk big and what you could do. Then she take out her titty and show it to Mr. Tucker. And she tell him, suck me titty. I want you to suck me titty. Hold on, suck me titty. Want you to suck me titty. Hear me? The man cry like one baby. Read me suck me Sandra titty. The man cry like one baby. Read this up, Miss Sandra today. Oh gosh, do it! Blow the thing! Read this up, Miss Sandra today. The man cry like one baby. Read this up, Miss Sandra today. Oh gosh, look here. That under Miss Sandra. And they put up a challenge. She called Miss Tucker. And she called the brother too. She say you did talk big and what you could do. Then she take out her titty and show it to Mr. Tucker. And she tell him, suck me titty. I want you to suck me titty. Hold on, suck me titty. Want you to suck me titty. Hear me? The man cry like one baby. Read this up, Miss Sandra today. The man cry like one baby. Read this up, Miss Sandra today. Oh gosh, do it! Blow the thing! Bring the donkey. fried chicken. The donkey want water. The donkey want water. Donkey want water. Donkey want water. Hold the donkey. Hold the donkey. Hold the donkey. Ah, 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 ah. Hold the donkey. Hold the donkey. Hold the donkey. Hey, Joker. Hey, 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 hey. Have a lazy partner, they call him now, man. Always seen about rumors. Every time you see the donkey get fat, you know it's now man do that. Every time you see now man get kicked, you know it's the donkey do that. The donkey want water. Donkey want water. Donkey want water.
Centaur, your kind of company.
Cómo amaneció mi gente preciosa en este hermoso día que el divino creador nos ha regalado. Hoy es jueves, estamos celebrando la fecha 29 de junio. 29 de junio, por supuesto, se les saluda con mucho amor y cariño. Mañana el último día en el mes de junio, mañana viernes, porque el sábado entramos en el mes de julio. El sábado será el 1 de julio. Los saludos muy especiales a usted que ya nos acompaña a esta hora de la mañana. Como siempre es un gustazo acompañarles, poder compartir su lindo día. Espero que ya haya empezado muy bien, con mucho positivismo. Recuerde siempre al despertarse que usted tiene control de cómo va a ir su día, ¿verdad? No deje que nadie le enoje, no deje que nadie le quite su paciencia, su paz consigo mismo. Usted sonría y tenga puro positivismo en la mente y yo le aseguro que va a tener un día maravilloso. Saludos para mi gente que nos sintonizan aquí en el norte de nuestro país. Felicidades, feliz mañana a ustedes. Un saludo también para nuestros amigos que nos acompañan allí en el oeste, en el sur, en las áreas centrales. Todo lo mejor para ustedes en este hermosísimo día que Dios nos ha regalado. En un instante voy con los saludos a través de nuestra página en Facebook. Recuerde que usted lo envía a través de CTV3 Noticias. Esa es la página que utilizamos para ya ver el programa y ver esos saludos especiales. Así que allí usted mande sus saludos en la página de CTV3 Noticias, allí en los comentarios, en donde está el en vivo. Ahí nosotros le vamos a dar lectura más adelante. Buenos días, mi gente. Gracias por estar con nosotros y sean bienvenidos a otro segmento de su programa número 1, Despierta Belice, la cultura norteña.
Despierta Belice is brought to you by Smart, bringing people together. Lamar's Emporium, where quality is affordable. Shell One Stop, your #1 convenience store. Center Cable Network, we bring the world into your home. And Center Fiber Express, high-speed internet service.
Nuevamente buenos días, gracias por estar con nosotros, feliz mañana. En estos momentos vamos a avanzar con el programa, nos toca dedicarle esa canción muy especial a usted que está de onomásticos, que está de plácemes en este hermoso día, y es exactamente lo que vamos a hacer. Vamos a ir entregando ese tema musical para usted que está de cumpleaños, las mañanitas para ustedes.
Qué linda está la mañana, hoy que vengo a saludarte. Venimos todos con gusto y placer a felicitarte. El día en que tú naciste, nacieron todas las flores. Y en la pila del bautismo cantaron los ruiseñores. Ya viene amaneciendo, ya la luz del día nos dio. Levántate de mañana, mira que ya amaneció. Del cielo quisiera bajarte dos. Una es para saludarte y otra es para decirte adiós. Volaron 4 palomas por toditas las ciudades. Hoy por ser día de tu santo, te deseamos felicidades. Con jazmines y flores, este día voy a adornar. Hoy por ser día de tu santo, te venimos a cantar.
Tema musical dedicado para usted que está de onomástico, está en ese preciosísimo día. Les deseamos toda la felicidad del mundo. Espero que usted lo goce a lo máximo al lado de sus seres queridos, amigos y esas personas muy, pero muy especiales. Vamos a saludar, a ver si tengo saludos, perdón, de cumpleaños aquí. A ver, aparentemente no. Entonces, saludos para ustedes y que Dios me los bendiga. Pasamos adelante con el siguiente segmento. Vamos viendo el reporte del tiempo. The General Weather Forecast is up next. The general weather forecast for today indicates the following. A moderate easterly airflow prevails. The 24-hour forecast calls out for some sunny skies with some cloudy spells at the same time. Tonight, what we can expect is partly cloudy skies. Showers or thunderstorms will be generally isolated, with a few more occurring over the south tonight. Let's cross over and take a look at the marine conditions. Winds blowing east to northeast at 5 to 15 knots. Sea state is light chop to choppy. Extended forecast for tomorrow, Friday, calls for mainly fair conditions with isolated showers or thunderstorms developing mainly inland and over the south on Friday night. We'll look at the temperatures for today. Highs, the coast, 89 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 degrees Celsius. Inland, 94 degrees Fahrenheit, 34 degrees Celsius, and the hills, we're looking at 81 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 degrees Celsius. Low temperatures for tonight, the coast, 81 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 degrees Celsius. Inland, 74 degrees Fahrenheit, 23 degrees Celsius. And the hills, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius. Let's cross over and take a look at the tides. Low tide expected at 1:31 this afternoon and at 12:28 tomorrow morning. High tides expected at 7:48 tonight and at 6:36 tomorrow morning. Sunrise for tomorrow at 5:21, sunset this evening at 6:31. Moonrise at 2:55 and moonset at 2:24. El reporte del tiempo para el día de hoy nos indica que tendremos condiciones moderadas a través del país. Por las próximas 24 horas tendremos lo que es cielos soleados como también parcialmente nublados. Esta noche, cielos parcialmente nublados, chubascos y tronadas se esperan generalmente lo que es a través del sur esta noche. Vientos soplan del este-noreste 5 a 15 nudos, estado del mar moderado agitado. Altas, la costa 89 grados Fahrenheit, 32 grados Celsius. En el interior 94 grados Fahrenheit, 34 grados Celsius. Y en las montañas vamos viendo 81 grados Fahrenheit, 27 grados Celsius. Temperaturas bajas, la costa 81 grados Fahrenheit, 27 grados Celsius. En el interior 74 grados Fahrenheit, 23 grados Celsius. Y en la montaña 68 grados Fahrenheit, 20 grados Celsius. Mareas. Mareas altas esperan las bajas esperan a la 1:31, eso está esta tarde, y también a las 12:28 mañana por la madrugada. Las altas a las 7:48 esta noche y a las 6:36 mañana por la mañana. La salida del sol para mañana a las 5:21. Puesta del sol se espera esta tarde a las 6:31. Salida de la luna 2:55 y la puesta de la luna a las 2:24. Ahí está el reporte del tiempo para el día de hoy, cortesía del Servicio Meteorológico de nuestro país y esta empresa. The General Weather Forecast brought to you by the Belize National Meteorological Service and Centaur. Bueno, mi gente, escucharon el reporte del tiempo para el día de hoy y no se olvide que a través de el 106.7 de tu radio Fiesta FM, usted también puede mantenerse informado sobre los cambios en las condiciones de clima en nuestro país. Ahí la lectura con nuestros colegas locutores. 7:22, continuamos con el programa. Buenos días, mi gente. Gracias, como siempre, por estar con nosotros. Reciba los saludos muy, pero muy especiales, como todos los días. Y en estos momentos me voy a ver quién ya mandó saluditos en este hermoso día. A ver, por aquí tenemos saludos, como siempre, para doña Mireya Sanker. Feliz mañana para usted. Doña Rosa Lanza, todo lo mejor. Bendecido día también para Rodolfo Vázquez. ¿Qué tal? Victoria Cobb, buenos días. Saludos para doña Rosa Wright, buen día. Nuestro buen amigo James, ¿qué tal? Ahí en la bellísima aldea de Shaibe, a toda la gente que nos acompaña, especialmente a la familia Novelo, a doña Arcela, ¿qué tal? Saludos también para doña Marta Novelo, Carmen Osgaya, gracias por conectarse con nosotros, Dios me la bendiga igualmente. Saludos allí en San Pablo, dice doña Mariel Santoya, para toda la gente preciosa de San Pablo, feliz mañana. Doña Mariana Chan, ¿qué tal? Saludos. Doña Berta Uc, feliz mañana para usted. Don Rudy Queme, good morning. Daniela Méndez, feliz mañana. Gracias a toda mi gente que ya nos va acompañando en estos momentos. Es un hermoso jueves, ¿verdad? Y vamos a ver qué es lo que está pasando a través de nuestro lindo país, Belice. Bueno, fíjese que ya el primer ministro ha nominado un nuevo Attorney General o un nuevo fiscal general. Él asumirá el cargo el 1 de julio, reemplazando a la señora Magali Marini Young como directora legal del país. El gobierno ayer temprano emitió un comunicado de prensa en donde anunció que el abogado Anthony Sylvester ha sido nominado para ocupar el cargo de fiscal general o Attorney General, como se dice por sus siglas en inglés. Bajo la administración de lo que es este gobierno del señor John Briceño, Sylvester ha ocupado varios cargos en comités, en juntas directivas. También es el presidente de la Junta de Sindicatos de la Universidad de Belice. Tiene una licenciatura en Derecho de la Universidad de las Indias Occidentales, así como un certificado en Educación Jurídica de la Facultad de Derecho Norman Manley en Jamaica. Se ha desempeñado en el Consejo Asesor de Belice sobre el reclamo de Guatemala, así como en la Junta de Apelaciones de Impuestos sobre la Renta y Comerciales. En el comunicado emitido ayer, el primer ministro y el gobierno del país le agradeció igualmente, o nuevamente agradeció a la señora Magali Marín por su servicio de 2 años que otorgó al país de Belice como fiscal general. Entonces, Anthony Sylvester reemplaza a Magali Marín Young como fiscal general. A new Attorney General has been nominated by the Prime Minister. He's set to take office July 1st, as mentioned in Spanish a few minutes ago, replacing Magali Marín Young as the country's chief legal advisor. Yesterday, the government of Belize issued the release announcing that Attorney Anthony Sylvester was nominated for the post. Under the Briceño administration, Sylvester has held several positions on committees and boards. He is also the chairman of the Board of Trustees of the University of Belize, holds a Bachelor of Laws degree from the University of the West Indies, as well as a certificate in legal education from the Norman Manley Law School in Jamaica. He has served on the Belize Advisory Council on the Guatemalan claim, as well as the Income and Business Tax Appeals Board. In the statement issued yesterday, the Prime Minister and the government once more thanked Senior Counsel Magali Marín Young for the 2 years of service given as Attorney General. Entonces ya tenemos nuevo fiscal general. Sabemos que estábamos preguntando muchos de nosotros cuándo se iba a nominar, quién iba a tomar la posición de ese puesto. Bueno, y teníamos que escuchar de ello muy pronto porque es una posición de suma importancia y ya tenemos el reemplazo ahí. Por supuesto. Mi gente, no se olviden, antes de irme a la pausa comercial, quiero recordarles, no se olviden que también hoy es el último día en donde estarán los doctores allí en las instalaciones de la BSCFE. Usted puede, por supuesto, recibir atención médica allí, si usted lo necesita igualmente. Y también queremos felicitar a la gente de Libertad y Concepción porque ahora sí no deben de tener problemas de agua potable, porque ayer por supuesto se inauguró ese nuevo sistema, viene con un valor de 1.3 millones de dólares y va a suplir agua potable para la gente de Libertad y de Concepción, más de 1,000 familias. Me imagino yo que están súper contentos con esta situación. Felicidades a todos ellos. Me voy a la primera pausa de la mañana, mi gente. Hoy tenemos invitados. Al regresar de la pausa, nuestro primer set de invitados. Luego a las 8 de la mañana también tendremos a Daisy Méndez con nosotros. Y también tendremos, por supuesto, con nosotros el doctor Ramón Figueroa. Y vamos a estar hablando sobre el NHI, el National Health Insurance, que llega a Orange Walk. Por favor, mi gente, estén muy atentos, que esto es para que usted reciba servicio médico libre de cualquier costo, pero tiene que registrarse y usted va a tener más información en un instante sobre ese programa y cómo usted puede beneficiar de ello. Vamos a la pausa y ya regresamos con más de Despierta Belice, la cultura norteña. No le cambie.
It's the return of the long-awaited Fiesta Rama, July 1st and 2nd at the People's Stadium. Come and enjoy 2 days of excitement and entertainment. On Saturday, come out for the all-day business expo starting at 9 a.m., followed by the Grand Pro FC Fight Night with entertainment by Yachty Kid, Tiny Melodies and Daddy Flow, El Kangri, DJ Shans and DJ Kali. Then to close off Saturday night, some of soca's hottest artists live in concert. Artists like Freezy with hits like DJ Ching.
Shoulders, knees, and toes.
And straight out of Antigua, Mr. Vagabond himself, Ricardo Drew. Then on Sunday, the excitement continues with the Mud Show, the Motorcycle Show, and the Dog Show, with entertainment by DJ Shans and DJ Keon. Then dance the night away with Gil Harry 7 and Super G. Hosted both days by comedian David Murray. Sponsored by the Orange Walk Town Council, the Belize Tourism Board, LED Belize, Quayos Distillery Limited, and Honorable Kevin Bernard. Fiestarama 2023. See you there.
Come on!
When hungry or craving, when laughter or tears, enjoy the best snacking or flavors are here. Asadas, bocadas, chiladas, doradas, Belizean for snacking, done right and done here.
Done right, done here.
If you're lucky, no matter what life hands you, you can always count on your closest friends to be there.
Oh, thank you. My purse was exhausted. We are all blissfully unaware when our lives are about to change.
Life is full of surprises.
I'm ready to lose my virginity.
Excuse me?
What list? There's a whole brouhaha at school about this MILF list.
For real?
Our lunchtime fodder is not usually this lowbrow, I swear.
Really? Who have you been eating with?
It's a big step up for Che and me.
I've been having exit out of grief sex. It's just sex.
Through all the chance that you've been out there, men have feelings too.
Life's too short not to try something new. And just like that, I realized some things are better left in the past. But maybe not everything.
And now, the hottest match of the evening. Get ready for action! Here they come. Amazing! They're unstoppable, unbeatable. They have him on the ropes. The heat rises to the top. 1, 2, and 3. They're on fire. Chiladas. Fire up the taste of Belize with the new Chiladas crunchy tortilla taco chips in its hot chili flavor. Fiery habanero brings the heat. They're on fire. Chiladas. From Snackers, done right, done here.
Some moments are worth the journey. We'll help get the most out of every mile. Chase down your passion. Never halfway. Hankook Tire.
Belice, La Cultura Norteña. It is 35 minutes after 7 o'clock. Good morning to you if you are just joining us. For this segment, we are going to be talking about the event of the year. It's back. Fiestarama 2023. After 2 years of no Fiestarama, of no fun, we are back, of course. The Orange Walk Town Council has once again organized the Fiestarama. It's going to take place on Saturday and Sunday, July 1st and 2nd, and we're going to be talking to the Human Resources Officer of the Orange Walk Town Council, Mrs. Faridi Riverol, about everything that's going to be taking place at Fiestarama this year. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I know that you have been busy as a bee ensuring that everything comes out well for this year's Fiestarama, which is back, as I mentioned, after 2 years. Let's talk a bit about the activities that we can expect this year.
Good morning, Cami. Thank you. Good morning, Orange Walk, and thank you for having us on your show. Yes, you said it right. Fiestarama is back after COVID, after 2 years of not having Fiestarama. We are back. And this year, Cami, we're trying to make it bigger and better than ever before. Why? Because this year we have actually gotten some international artists, some Caribbean artists to come in for Saturday night. And of course, Sunday we'll have our local artists. We're going to have Super G and we're going to have Gil Harris 7 on the grounds. So July 1st, the lineup, I think we've heard the ads, DJ Cheem, Freezy, Ricardo Drew, and of course, another DJ from the Caribbean, Barry Hyde. So we are excited about that, Kami. Very, very excited. But not only those will be on the ground, we will also have other DJs in the starting lineup on that main stage. Plenty of bars, plenty of food, plenty of entertainment for the children. And of course, we can't forget the Pro FC Fight Night, which is a highlight for the night as well. You get to pay your entrance fee and get to enjoy an entire fight night. You know, we'll have 10, 11 matches for the night. So if it's something you haven't seen or it's something you've seen on TV, you need to come out to Fiestarama on Saturday to enjoy that live.
Right. And we're also going to be having the expo, which is going to be Saturday and Sunday. A lot of businesses, I understand, are going to be out there offering huge promotions, special discounts for consumers. Do we know some of the businesses that have signed up that are going to be there at Fiestarama?
Yes, a lot of businesses have signed up. We have Body Bling from Belize City, so if you like piercings, you can come out and get your piercings on Sunday. They will be out on Sunday. On Sunday, we'll be having the bike show and the mud show. Those are the main attractions for Sunday, along with the lineup on the stage, no? But yes, you're going to have Body Bling, you're going to have bouncy houses, you're going to have Madisco coming out there, a lot of online stores, these females that make accessories and jewelry, they will be out there. So I ask that you come and support them, no? We have Centaur Cable Network who's going to be out there. We're going to have Galen University who's signed up to go out there. BTB will be out there. So yes, a lineup, 2 days of events at the People's Stadium this Saturday and Sunday.
And basically what we're seeing on screen is the layout. Could we go back to the layout so that people can actually see where the main stage will be? We have it there. We have the main stage. That's going to be the concert area too. We have the mechanical rides for kids that are going to be coming also, right? I understand they're going to be there. The bouncy house, Garcia's bouncy house is going to be there too. Then the mud show is more at the back.
That will be back behind the more by in middle by the racetracks, by the horse racetracks. On the other side, that's where we have prepared the ground for the mud show. Not too much rain, but you know, our Jock Town Council will make it happen.
Right.
We got some water bowsers out there, and we got the grounds prepared for that mud show. A very, very good, that's a nice attraction that will be sponsored. I don't quite remember. I have all the sponsors here. At the end, I'll make sure to mention those. And we also have a cycle race, and during those events we will be having a rock concert with Legend Band, no? Those will be on the stage. It goes hand in hand with the type of activity that will be happening. So as you said, the layout, you pay your entrance fee, Kame. This is very important for me to say. You pay your entrance fee and you have access to all these events on the ground. Nothing is separated, nothing is fenced off. You walk in, to your left, you'll be able to enjoy the main stage where all the DJs and the music will be, all the bands will be up there. Then you walk around and you can get to see the expo and the food area. Under the stadium, the actual stadium, we'll have the other events. The dog shows will be out there. Pro FC will be under that stadium. So to me, it's a deal. You walk in for $15 on Saturday and you get to enjoy all that with your family. And just one main thing I need to say though, Kame, remember Fiestarama is a municipal fair, profit. We want the profit to be invested back to the community. Right. And for years we've been doing this, that the profits of the Fiestarama are put towards the back to school program. And in the past we would hire little students and pay them a weekly wage so that they can have some monies to go back to school. As of 2018, the last Fiestarama, what we did, we started packing school bags, fully loaded school bags, maybe a value of $100, $150, depending on your year, primary, secondary, tertiary year. And we give these to students to go back to school. I believe it's good help for a household, no? You're struggling mom and dad, and you have 2-3 kids, and you get a school bag. It's something less to think about, no?
How many students are we catering for this year?
We would like to double up. So we ask everybody to come to the stadium, pay your fee and come and enjoy, and your money will be put to use. No, it's a worthy cause. It's for students to go back to school. We want to aim for 300 school bags plus.
Okay.
I'm hoping that people would come and support us, and so we can give back these school bags to these children.
And of course, the school bags will have other items in there too, just
It's
for people
not an
to
empty
know.
school bag.
Exactly.
It's a filled school bag
Right.
with all the composition notebooks. We have pens, pencils, crayons. For the preschoolers, we have their Play-Doh, their puzzles, their coloring books, their crayons, everything you can think about. It's a fully packed school bag.
So you all cater for different level of students. It's primary school, high school also that you cater for,
and even some sixth
and even
formers.
some sixth
Yes,
form students.
definitely, yes.
All right.
Yes,
Okay.
we do. And then when that event comes around, we'll let you know so you can come and take footage and make sure people know that we're giving back these school bags to the community.
All right. Sponsor wise, was it a bit difficult? You know, we're just getting over COVID and all of that. How does the council go about organizing the event itself and ensuring that it's a success?
Well, you know, the council has a lot of responsibility. We get to take care of this town. We have streets that are being paved right now. I said we weren't going to talk about the works of the town council because every week they come and talk about the drains and the culverts and the parks and everything. But we do have a lot of responsibility, and so we needed to reach out to different people for sponsorship, no investment in this Fiestarama. And we've been so happy, so glad, so blessed to have had BTV join us in partnering to get this Fiestarama going. We had Minister Bernard, who also helped us a lot with sponsorships. Cuello's Distillery, we can't forget Cuello's Distillery. They have been so helpful to this town council. Anything we ask them for, you know, they're willing to assist. You can see the love for the town through these people. We had also our Bees Multi-Service, Lee's Restaurant. We've had Belize Estate and Company Limited, Sarah Cabañas, Medina's Construction, King Motors, who have been very helpful to put this Fiestarama together. Right. Without their sponsorships, I don't know how this would have come along.
I'm sure that the council would have found a way, but it makes it easier, right? Once you have sponsors, you know, members of the community who are willing to invest because there is that confidence in the council already, and they do know that it's for a worthy cause. And at the end, as you mentioned, you know, this money will be pumped back into our students, which there is a lot of need when it comes to them. So $15 entrance fee for adults.
For Saturday.
And Saturday, yes.
Sunday is $10.
Sunday is $10 adults. But kids is going to be how much? What's the entrance fee for kids?
$5. 8 and above, 8 and older would be kids, 5 to 16 is the age range. 8 to 16 is the age range for the $5 charge. 16 and above will be your $15 and your $10, and below ages 8 would be free of charge.
Security-wise, what are we looking at?
Yes, definitely. We have partnered with our police officers here, and they are very, very positive, and they're willing to come and assist, and they assured us that we will be safe at the People's Stadium. And just to mention, the layout of the stadium, I need to mention this, Kami, because so people can understand and cooperate with the police officers and our traffic department. So we won't be allowing any parking closer to the stadium. Why? For the security of the pedestrians. You know, we want people to be able to walk freely without having to be worried about vehicles passing, no? So as of Price Avenue, we won't be allowing any parking beyond that point. So kindly I ask for the respect of these officers. They're just doing their job for the safety of everyone. So that just, I had to mention that.
Is there going to be a parking area? I think usually they have a parking area. If you want to pay a fee, then you can park your vehicle within the
That was
stadium.
a discussion, and I think that we will have to make mention of that afterwards. I'm not certain about that one, or if it has been agreed on, but we have the entire Price Avenue, Stadium Street, and the areas around that will be able to be used as parking now. So yes, I have to mention that. We want to have a safe fair this weekend, and I hope God blesses us with the best weather. He knows that it is for a worthy cause, and we ask the people to come and support us. Come, pay your entrance fee, enjoy a nice fair in a safe environment with your children, with your family. It's a time to come out and have fun.
All right. Somebody's asking when are the international artists going to be coming in, and will the public have an opportunity of meeting with them? I don't know if they.
Excellent
I don't know if
question.
they will be.
Yes. They should be arriving tomorrow around 3, God first. And the first place they will be stopping is at Bats Landing.
Okay.
So Bats will be having a meet and greet there at his restaurant. And I invite you all to attend tomorrow at around 3 o'clock. I'm sure he's going to have good offers on drinks and food at Bats Landing. Thereafter, you all will be able to meet the artist at the gym.
Okay.
Mr. Laniel has graciously offered his place to receive the artists, so you can also get an opportunity to meet them there at the gym.
Okay. All right. So there you have it, Fiesta Rama 2023. Lots of excitement, security to the max. You don't need to worry about your safety. There's going to be a bit of everything for everyone, for the kids, for the adults, those young at heart. You can actually go
Yes.
there. It's going to be really, really, really great. Lots of businesses signing up for the 2 days of Expo. So we invite you to attend. Anything as you would like to add before we wrap up this morning?
Yes, well, the event is going to be hosted by David Murray, comedian David Murray. I don't know if many people have heard of him, but Orange Rock will hear about him Saturday and Sunday. He's going to be on the main stage. He's our host. He has just been awarded the social media ambassador for the University of Belize. So, very funny individual, very entertaining. So we look forward to that. And just lastly, I invite everyone to attend the Fiesta Rama. It's a worthy cause. It's to help children to go back to school with a fully packed school bag. So I ask you, come, enjoy, be safe, feel safe in an environment where be filled of activities. And I just invite you to come out and support the Orange Walk Town Council.
The gate opens at what time?
In the morning. Good you mentioned that, because people would be wary of, I need to get in, and those long lines in the evening time, because that's when most people want to
Right.
get in. But just let me mention that if you go in at 9 o'clock to the stadium, you can purchase your band, your wristband, your ticket for entrance, and then use it later, so to avoid the long lines, the ticket lines. So we open at 9?
Right.
In the morning,
9 in the
on
morning.
both days.
And
yes.
remember, very important, if you are going to be taking part in the expo, you go early in the morning, you pay for your band, don't lose that band, because that's the same one that you will utilize when you go back to the venue for the Pro FC, or if you want to attend the concert, it's the same band that you're going to be
Yes.
using. Don't lose it, or else you won't be able to get into the stadium unless you pay another
pay again.
$15. So don't lose your band. That's the same one that you're going to be utilizing for the Saturday. On Sunday, when you go back, you can't use the same band. You need to purchase
Yes.
another one, right?
Yes.
Just to clarify, because you know how we Belizeans tend to be sometimes,
Thank
right?
you. Yes, Cami. Thank you. Well said.
All right. Okay. Well, remember, Fiesta Rama 2023 starts on Saturday at 9 in the morning. Gates open. Expo during the course of the day. And, of course, other attractions. Music throughout the day. And at night, I think Pro FC starts at 7 p.m., if I'm not mistaken. And I do know Silvina mentioned that they have wonderful fights. It goes all the way up until like 10. Concert sets to start right after that, right after the Pro FC, with the DJs and then the highlight of the moment, of course. And then activities continue the following day on Sunday. On Saturday, Fiesta Rama goes to what time?
2 a.m.
2 a.m. Okay, all the way up until 2 a.m. And then Sunday, back again at 9. The gates open once more for the expo. And throughout the day on Sunday, lots and lots of activities. The mud competition, mud buggers, and then the motorcycle
Yes.
race and all of that. So the dog show starts at 9 in the
9
morning
a.m.
too.
Can we invite the people from the villages en
Sure, of
español,
course.
Cami?
Go ahead.
Invitamos a todos los de las aldeas que lleguen a participar aquí en el Fiesta Rama el sábado, 1 de julio, y el domingo, 2 de julio. Vengan a divertirse, a apoyar el Town Council. Vengan. I don't know if the bus companies will be running, but it would be a good idea
Right.
if the bus companies would have some kind of trips to and from excursions to and from the
Exactly.
villages. So, les invitamos, vengan a divertirse en Orange Walk Town el sábado y el domingo.
Ok, Fiesta Rama 2023, esperamos de que usted esté con nosotros. Vamos a ir a la pausa comercial y a regresar continuamos con el programa. Vamos con el siguiente segmento después de la pausa. Ya regresamos con más de Despierta Belice, la cultura norteña. No le cambie.
It's the return of the long-awaited Fiesta Rama, July 1st and 2nd at the People's Stadium. Come and enjoy 2 days of excitement and entertainment. On Saturday, come out for the all-day business expo starting at 9 a.m., followed by the Grand Pro FC Fight Night with entertainment by Yachty Kid, Tiny Melodies and Daddy Flow, El Kangri, DJ Shans and DJ Kali. Then to close off Saturday night, some of soca's hottest artists live in concert. Artists like Freezy with hits like DJ Chin.
Shoulders, knees, and toes.
And straight out of Antigua, Mr. Vagabond himself, Ricardo Drew. Then on Sunday, the excitement continues with the Mud Show, the Motorcycle Show, and the Dog Show, with entertainment by DJ Shans and DJ Keon. Then dance the night away with Gil Harry 7 and Super G. Hosted both days by comedian David Murray. Sponsored by the Orange Walk Town Council, the Belize Tourism Board, LED Belize, Quayos Distillery Limited, and Honorable Kevin Bernard. Fiesta Rama 2023. See you there.
When hungry or craving, when laughter or tears, enjoy the best snacking or flavors are here. Asadas, bocadas, chiladas, doradas, Belizean for snacking, done right and done here. Done right, done here.
And now, the hottest match of the evening. Get ready for action. Here they come. Amazing. They're unstoppable, unbeatable. They have them on the ropes. The heat rises to the top. 1, 2, and 3. They're on fire. Chiladas.
Fire up the taste of Belize with the new Chiladas crunchy tortilla taco chips in its hot chili flavor. Fiery habanero brings the heat. They're on fire. Chiladas. From Snackers, done right, done here.
Stay hydrated, stay healthy. 100% natural juice. No added sugars, no preservatives. Big H, the juice of Belize.
Rock to the bone? Need some extra cash for hold your over until your next payday? Tropic Cash got your back. If you're not a customer at Tropic Gas, it's even easier to get. Never shopped at Tropic Gas before? No worries. All you need is a social security ID, driver's license or passport, your job letter or pay slip, proof of where you live, and one utility bill 1 month old, plus one lead note from 3 people when know you. Don't worry, if the only $300 you need right now, Tropic Cash got your back. Mickey's Honda Tropic Gas store for find out more. Tropic Cash, money within reach.
Sign up for Smart Share Plan and save big. Whether you're a small entrepreneur starting up your business, a student on a limited budget, or a family trying to save, this is the plan for you. With unlimited SMS, calls, and data, we help you save. Get up to 5 lines for as low as $30 per line monthly, only with Smart. Sign up today at any Smart showroom or sales manager countrywide. So get your business going, share more memories with friends, and be ready for the day with Smart.
Special guest in the audience tonight, legendary record executive, Mr. Clive Davis.
My voice is gone. What? You start the show tonight. No talking back. I'm your mother.
There's a boy I know. He's the one I dream of.
What's your name again?
Whitney Elizabeth Houston. Wake up! It's on. It's on. Listen.
How will I know if he really loves me?
My dream. Sing what I want to sing. Be how I want to be.
I say a prayer with every heartbeat.
Reach as big an audience as I can.
Common criticism of you, your music isn't black enough.
Look, I don't know how to sing black, and I don't know how to sing white either. I know how to sing.
I might have just heard the greatest voice of her generation.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's got to have a hook.
A hook?
Yeah.
I'll give it a hook.
It's the return of the long-awaited Fiesta Rama, July 1st and 2nd at the People's Stadium. Come and enjoy 2 days of excitement and entertainment. On Saturday, come out for the all-day business expo starting at 9 a.m., followed by the Grand Pro FC Fight Night with entertainment by Yachty Kid, Tiny Melodies and Daddy Flow, El Kangri, DJ Shans and DJ Kali. Then to close off Saturday night, some of soca's hottest artists live in concert. Artists like Freezy with hits like DJ Chin.
Shoulders, knees, and toes.
And straight out of Antigua, Mr. Vagabond himself, Ricardo Drew. Then on Sunday, the excitement continues with the Mud Show, the the Motorcycle Show, and the Dog Show with entertainment by DJ Shans and DJ Keon. Then dance the night away with Gil, Harry 7 and Super G. Hosted both days by comedian David Murray. Sponsored by the Orange Walk Town Council, the Belize Tourism Board, LED Belize, Quayos Distillery Limited, and Honorable Kevin Bernard. Fiestarama 2023. See you there.
When hungry or craving, when laughter or tears, enjoy the best snacking or flavors are here. Asadas, bocadas, chiladas, doradas, delicious for snacking, done right and done here. Done right, done here.
If you're lucky, no matter what life hands you, you can always count on your closest friends to be there.
Oh, thank you. My purse was exhausted. We are all blissfully unaware when our lives are about to change.
Life is full of surprises.
I'm ready to lose my virginity.
Excuse me?
I got the list. What list?
There's a whole brouhaha at school about this MILF list.
For real?
Our lunchtime fodder is not usually this lowbrow, I swear.
Really? Who have you been eating with?
It's a big step up for Che and me.
I've been having exit out of grief sex. It's just sex.
The world has changed since you've been out there. Men have feelings too.
Life's too short not to try something new. And just like that, I realized some things are better left in the past. But maybe not everything.
Belice La Cultura Norteña. It is 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. If you are just joining us, good morning to you. Thank you so much for being in tune on this beautiful Thursday morning, the 29th of June. For this segment, we are going to be talking about the National Health Insurance, NHI, and for that, we have as our guest today, Dr. Ramon Figueroa, General Manager of NHI, and Dr. Daisy Mendez, Technical Advisor, NHI. Good morning to both of you. Thank you so much for making the trip, one from San Ignacio and the other from Belmopan. Neighbors, right? Neighbors. Good morning to both of you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Thank
morning.
you for having us here.
First time you're here with us.
First time.
Yeah.
Yep.
They say it's not the first time.
No, it's not. I can practically feeling comfortable.
At home. You're both at home. Now, let's talk about this very important program, which is the NHI, that is going to be launched or has been launched basically here in Orange Walk. But let's start off. For those who don't know, let's talk about what the NHI is all about, the National Health Insurance. I don't know who we can start off with. Dr. Figueroa?
Yeah, in simple terms, the National Health Insurance is buying, we use the term purchasing agency for health services. And we deal with government services, public services, we deal with private services and NGOs. And the whole idea is to make healthcare more accessible to the population in terms of the clinical aspects of it and in terms of all the support services, pharmaceuticals, lab, and x-rays. We say imaging, but it includes x-rays, mammography, and all those things. So it's a model of care where you use the government financing to buy or contract services on behalf of the population so that people have more access to, the more clinics you have out there, more access for the population to health services. And then we monitor, we ensure that the standards are upheld, quality services, good care, and taking people and treating them as human beings with respect. So all those things we monitor through a contractual agreement with the different entities.
Right. Now we do know that the NHI program, if I'm not mistaken, it was started back when the PUP was in administration, and then the United Democratic Party took over, and I think they continued, but the expansion was not that much. The People's United Party takes over once more, and then we start to hear again about the NHI program and the expansion. I think we have seen expansion in Corozal, since the PUP took over as government. And now we hear during his 2023 budget presentation that Prime Minister John Briceño informed the nation that they have earmarked $7 million for the NHI program to reach Orange Walk, for Orange Walk Kenyans. How many people are we talking about that are going to be assisted under the $7 million?
Well, you said it right, Kami. When the entire piloting of the national health insurance started at that time, when Honorable Said Musa was the Prime Minister in the late 1990s, early 2000, when they piloted NHI in the south side of Belize City. In early 2000, 2001, it was then launched after an assessment of all its effectiveness and efficiency of improving health systems. It was then launched or moved from a pilot project into now being a program, into being a scheme. In 2006, after seeing the successes and lessons learned in the south side of Belize City, we at that time received the mandate from the PM and his cabinet to roll it out in the southern part of the country.
Okay.
So then the persons living in Toledo and living in Stan Creek now had access to the National Health Insurance Services. Then it kind of remained a little bit stagnant, but in 2013, if I'm not mistaken, it started or rolled out in Corozal district. So it kind of remained there a little bit stagnant, and then when the change of government comes in, recognizing the efficiency and the effectiveness and the importance of improving the health system and the quality of services, it becomes now a part of the Plan Belize, right? And rolling out in a phased manner has been what the technicals advised the PM at that time, party leader and his team, on the best approach into how to move forward into having access to these services countrywide. So that's where we're working now, receiving the mandate as commitment of the government today of rolling out NHI. Then we received the mandate last year of starting the work in Orange Walk District. So we're talking about approximately, we're estimating on the latest figures, approximately 56,000 people who would have access to these services in the Orange Walk District. So going before a little into really the work that we've been started or going in progress with Orange Walk, we did a little bit more of adjustments and improvement in the services in Curacao and opening more access.
Okay.
And very important there too, recognizing the need of the communities in Curacao district who needed access also of services. So we're talking about the Shunush area, Sartaneja area, that these persons really were not benefiting of or really enjoying the benefits of the national health insurance. So at that time, tendering into the interest of who wants to have a clinic in Shunush
Right.
to provide these services. So during the past year, we've been looking at not only improving the services in Curacao, but also opening access and what is needed for the other regions also, right? So when we received the mandate, then the work started in last year, September, into coming into Orange Walk and looking at what is needed and how we would practically provide these services to the people of the district. So I want to clarify also that it's not the town. We're talking about the entire district who would have access to these services.
Okay.
And well, that's been the work, providing and seeing how we bring forward this mandate that the government has into bringing NHI now to the people of Orange Walk.
You talk about the entire Orange Walk district, but is there a particular sector that we are focusing on, basically the low-income families, or anybody can just come in and register and at the end of the day possibly benefit from the NHI program? And is there a certain age range too, or there is no age range either?
Not at all. I mean, this is health services for the total population, for everyone. In fact, we do have as I think it's important to note that we do have, when NHI is already implemented, when the health services are implemented, when NHI is already has contractual agreements with these network of providers, there is for people to understand that there's a little copay, what we call copayment. So if you go to a pharmacy and you get your prescriptions issued, you don't pay the $150 that you would pay for the diabetic medication. You pay about 10%, and that's a standard application that we have used countrywide. And it has its purpose in terms of people understanding that there's a value to what you get. So 10% might be $2, $3, but we do have exemptions for the elderly, for pregnant women, and for children, because they are considered priority groups within the population. But I have to say it because a lot of people think that when that health services is free. There's a cost to it.
Right.
And people have to start to understand that there's a value to the services that you're getting. And paying 10% of the value is really nothing. But it allows the provider to take that money and to reinvest it back into the facility. And it also allows people to understand that there's a value to what you're getting. Because traditionally human beings, when they get free service and you get medication, you eat it. But if it costs you a little bit and you know that there's a value to it, then you take care of it.
Exactly.
And that's the whole purpose. So, because I have to mention it because we've heard criticism. Oh, but when we say NHI free, yeah, relatively it is free. But there's a little copayment that people need to understand that it's expected to be implemented in the scheme. One other thing that I just want to pick up on is and I think that's important, because for the first time when a government came into power, they had a plan that specifically identified the national health insurance as one of the policy mandates. And I think it offers us an opportunity to really move this program forward, because I think it's an excellent program for Belize. We've been able to show good results in the south side of Belize. It's not perfect, yes, but we've been along the process learning and addressing and overcoming some of the challenges that it's not perfect.
Right.
So people don't think that everything's perfect, but at this point in time, it's the best way forward to increase access to quality healthcare to the population. First at the primary level,
Okay.
and then eventually down the line, we'll start looking at more secondary hospital-based care and so on.
Let's expand a bit on that primary level. What are we looking at? Because when people hear about something being free, as Dr. Figueroa mentioned, when you use the word free, you expect for it to be free. You don't expect for you to go back or go and seek a service and then they tell you, okay, but you need to pay $10 or $2 or $15. You know, so it's good that he clarified that there will be a certain amount that you need to pay depending on the service that you are going to be provided. But let's talk a bit about some of those services at that primary care level that we are going to look at under the NHI program.
Great. So when we're talking about primary care services, we're talking about those services that you can access and can be managed at a general facility consultation room. Nothing that requires for you to stay in. It is health education and promotion, health promotion, screening, early detection of cancers for men and women, immunization, things that can be controlled and managed at a health facility, at a clinic, like the regular consultorios that we go to. And it's basically just stabilizing a patient should there be any emergency, and that's the closest facility, stabilizing, and should they require further assistance, then they're referred to the hospital level. That is, or that now becomes the secondary care.
Okay.
So when this is, how can I say, it's not nothing new. It's something of now putting into effect and into practice primary care. Because a lot of times when we talk primary care as clinicians, is we just sit down and wait for you to come out, come to us. But what NHI does through the package of services is that we need to go out there to avoid you coming to look for us, to avoid for you or the people that we need to serve to get into a chronic case. Or, you know what, why wait until your sugar level is so high that you require all these medications? No, what we do is to make sure, okay, let's detect it timely. What is it that we need to do? Looking at the nutrition part of it, you know, to avoid you needing that secondary care or all the effects that it can take on your health and the burden that it creates on your family. So this is what we're talking about when we say primary care. They're making sure babies are vaccinated, they're making sure that the women who are pregnant are going through their 9 months of pregnancy under care with a general practitioner. Should they require specialist care, then they're referred by their general practitioner to go into or to see OBGYN should there be any need or any complications. When we're talking about the access of care, Kami, it's imagine I am able to get the assistance of a specialist, me being pregnant, as an able to be referred to my OBGYN for a cost of $2 as a co-payment.
Okay.
Can you do that? I mean, I would willingly do that. If my child is getting complicated and my GP is able to tell me, I think your daughter deserves or needs to be seen by a pediatrician for $2, Kami, would I refuse that? Or I can get a pap smear done. I can get my mammogram done for a co-payment of 10% of that co-payment of that cost. We're talking about like a $10 or $30. I can get all these packages of services that can avoid me from needing to get the monies to getting a chemotherapy. So this is what we're talking about primary care, that this GP or this group of doctors and this group of nurses work with the community. They're able to create that rapport and know, you know, hey, Kami, you know, it's time. It's a year now. It's time for a pap smear. Or you haven't brought your mom for her screening. It's that relationship of not looking at the doctor as a doctor, but looking to that person as my confidant, that they're able to help me make the decisions for my health. And that's exactly what we look for when we're talking about primary care. So imagine you're able to get all these packages, this entire package of services for a cost of $2 with a private facility and decreasing my waiting time of sitting there and waiting until somebody comes to attend to me, I'm able to access the services with a doctor, private clinic, and get these services for $2. So we're talking about not only the access, but decreasing the waiting time for me to get all these package of services, not only the consultation, but also I am going to get my full prescription of what I need, of what is needed, the labs that I need, and whatever imaging I may need, my mammogram or an X-ray that I may need, an ultrasound that I may need, right? So I'm able to get this at the minimum cost with a decreased waiting time, and making sure that my doctor comes, I can come back to my doctor and he can interpret what my diagnosis is. And I mentioned the private sector and the involvement of private sector come because it's very important to let the people understand that we're not a unit that seeks privatization. That is out of the thought. We are looking into a health system of involving all sectors that can fit in where we are lacking or deficient or challenged in the public sector. So instead of telling you, you cannot get the services because it's not provided by the public sector, and we're telling you, you can access it at a minimum cost, it's because we're meeting your needs. The system or the government is making sure that your needs are met. So we're not, it's two different things when we're talking about the involvement of private sector versus privatization, because the system is not being privatized. It's putting and involving all stakeholders who are very important and key within a health system.
Very
Can I just quickly
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm glad Dr. Mendez did mention that, because I think it's important for people to understand how this works. Right now, what happens is that if you could afford it, if you have $60 and $50, you will go to a private physician.
Right.
But if you can't afford it, you go
to the
to the hospital. And the majority of people can't afford it. So what happens? The burden is on the public sector, and you have a lot of people there. You don't have enough human resources, and then you have all the issues with complaint. And only those who can afford it go to the private sector. What NHI is doing through government is now saying, no, we'll make it accessible to all. We will pay on behalf of the population. And we negotiate prices with them so that we buy on behalf of the population. So now that population, and that's another important thing, you are registered with a particular provider. So you can't be jumping around either.
Exactly.
Right? So you will be registered with a particular group of providers, a clinic, and then you can go there in the private sector, and your only payment would be the copayment, which would be probably $2 to access the. Compare that to $60 or $50 you have to pay, and you have to find to access private care. Government is making it accessible to you. So now the burden is not everybody going to the public facilities, but it will be distributed among the private facilities. That's what we're doing, involving private sector in the delivery of health care and spreading the access across the resources that the country has through government financing. Right. So it's not privatization is what's happening right now. Meaning that if I have money, I could go to the private sector and I buy it. Yeah. If I can't afford it, I can't. Government is not private. It's involving the private sector and resources to make healthcare accessible to the rest of the population.
And I think it's very important that you clarified that particular aspect of the program, because there might be some misconception. People might be saying, okay, whatever Daisy mentioned about the services that are going to be offered at the primary care level, I can get that at the hospital. Immunization, my mammogram, the BFLA, my ultrasound, but it still comes at a cost. You still have to pay a cost. I think the main points here is that you are going to be getting these services, but you are going to be going to a private facility, which when a lot of us get sick, let's be real, we wish we could afford to go to a private facility and avoid the long lines at the hospital, having to wait at the emergency ward. We want that service offered there at the private facilities. So I'm glad that you all clarified that. It's not about going to the hospital anymore. It's about you, for a minimal fee, get this service quick, efficient, quality service at a private facility. Now, I do believe the homework has been done. How many people actually live in the Orange Walk district? You mentioned, we're catering for how many persons?
Approximately 56,000.
56,000. Have we done our homework to see if that will cover the entire Orange Walk district, or we feel like there's a bit more when it comes to our population here in Orange Walk?
No, actually, we have standards in terms
Okay.
of how much doctors per population you need to cover. So, and we went through the whole bidding process and tender process.
Okay.
We've got applications for the clinics who want to be involved, and so we have enough right now to be able to cover the population, the whole Orange Walk district.
Okay, so when we talk, let's talk a bit about where are we at when it comes to NHI in Orange Walk. Are we at that tendering process, receiving applications? Where are we at right now?
Okay, so we're at an exciting phase right now.
Really?
About to sign
Yeah,
contracts.
yes,
Okay, good.
So really the process has come along with meetings and with stakeholders and preparing and mapping out and trying to design and how many clinics are needed and what's the dynamic of the community, how does the route move, how do people move. So all that homework started last year. And so the bidding process started in February of this year, in which we launched, advertised the expression of interest. A 2-week period was given for that expression of interest. Upon closing that time for the expression of interest, whichever pharmacy, laboratory, or doctors with a clinic expressed interest of participating and being a part of the or having a contract with NHI, they then received a specific package to guide them on how to prepare their proposals. So a period of a month was given in which they would be able to gather all their documents and to present their plan on how they would be providing services. So that period of a month was given to them, and then it was in May that a tender committee met to go and review everything that was submitted at the bids, the imaging providers, the persons expressing interest to become laboratory providers, pharmacy, and clinics. So once the tender committee met, then, a process of clarifying and back and forth and feedback to try to get a little bit more information on the plan or details that would be needed. So we have closed that phase, and the NHI committee, which is basically like our board, which has representation of various sectors, gave the authorization and the go-ahead into, okay, these are the ones who fit the criteria of what we're looking for in the standards of what would satisfy meeting the requirements of having a contract with the National Health Insurance. So that was approved, and now we are about to launch the signing of the contracts with the clinics on the 7th of July here in Orange Walk.
Good to know. So just to clarify for our people, we could be hearing maybe like clinics such as the Northern Medical Plaza, Sugar City, which we have here in Orange Walk. We have Eve's Clinic. We have a lot of private entities here in Orange Walk. But it doesn't have to be an actual established clinic. It can be, other organizations that come together. How does that work out?
Remember, Dr. said we had a bidding process.
Right,
so people
right.
had to express an interest in being part. So we only dealt with those who actually submitted proposals and said we are interested in being part of that. So we have 3 private entities that have expressed interest and have gone through the whole process of assessment.
Right.
Yesterday we met with them to discuss the payment so that they understand how that payment process works, have them agree to it, and then, as Dr. said, now we will structure the contract based on those agreements in terms of payment. Hopefully next week Friday with PM will be here for the signing ceremony. Should be a big thing. One other thing I think is important for us to mention is that even though we have the 3 private clinic, we're also looking at a specialized clinic for the elderly.
Okay.
In Belize City we have one clinic that's specialized for elderly people. They require a totally different type of setup to deal with them. Most of them are hypertensive, diabetic. Some of them are homebound. So the services that are given at that specialist clinic, in Mercy Clinic in Belize City, is different than all the others. We have physiotherapy. We have Meals on Wheels, where we go to people who are homebound. Um, you know, you have to spend more time with an elderly person to find out what their problem is, to examine it. It's a whole different structure. We're doing that in Orange Walk, and that will probably take us a little bit longer to get. We're working with HelpAge right now. They have the place available. There's a design. It will require some investment, but eventually Orange Walk will have the second specialized clinic for the elderly in Orange Walk. So it will be 3 private clinics that have expressed HelpAge, and there will be a government clinic also involved in this.
Okay.
And a number of pharmacies, a number of labs, and a number of imaging facilities.
And that's what I was gonna ask about after I heard you mentioning pharmacies and images and laboratories. So it doesn't have to be that the private clinic will have everything set under one. You all will work with pharmacies also, private laboratories, private areas that do the ultrasounds, the mammograms, and what's not. They come into the picture too.
Right. So the way the system works is that, first of all, I need a valid social security card. For me to register, so the first phase is I live in Orange Walk, I have my social security card, and I'm able to make the choice as to which clinic I want to go. People would tend to go where they feel comfortable, or, oh, that's my doctor, I'm going there, or closest to me. They make that choice. Whatever your reason is, I take my family and I register my family to this clinic. That's going to be our clinic. That doctor is going to know about me and my family. So whatever prescription I may need, it needs to be referred by the doctor who attends to me at the clinic. It's not me walking and say, hey, I need this, or, okay, if you're going to do that, you're going to pay that at the private price, but you're not going to get it at the price or the benefits that we've negotiated with the pharmacy. So for me to be able to get that, that service of the pharmacy or the laboratory or the imaging, I need to be referred by my general practitioner. I need to be seen by my doctor. He makes the request. And then I am able to choose which pharmacy I want to go that has a contract, a valid contract with NHI.
Meaning you're given a list of the pharmacies.
Yeah, we have actually 4 pharmacies, 4 pharmacists who've expressed, 4 pharmacists who expressed the interest. We went through with them, and we're in that negotiating phase with them in negotiating the prices. So, of course, now that information comes, which I, by the way, going into inviting viewers to join or to look into our website. It's www.nhi.bz. You can get as much information in there. We try to update that as often as possible. Or the Facebook page, which is the National Health Insurance Belize. So, the same thing happens with pharmacy. We have a list of who the imaging providers would be, and we have the list of where the laboratories will be. So the person makes the choice of which lab I want to go to or to which pharmacy. We don't tell you which pharmacy. Once they have a contract with the National Health Insurance, and in the agreement, they need to have the sign outside the facility that they have a contract with us, so that the person is able to identify this is an NHI lab, this is a NHI imaging, or this is an NNI. So it doesn't mean that necessarily the services have to be within the clinic. I can access and I can go to wherever I want to get these services.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
One last, I think that it's important because we said we will sign contracts hopefully next week, Friday. But there will be a period where the clinics are not going to be open as of this coming Friday. There is a process of registration that's important for people to understand. Number one, as Dr. Mendez, you have to have a valid Social Security card. So if you don't have a Social Security, please go get your Social Security card, because that's critical for you to be part of the NHI scheme. And the second thing is that as of Friday, once we have a contract signed, each of the clinics will go on a registration drive, meaning they will go and look for people who want to register as part of their clinic. So there's going to be 4 months that's going to be dedicated totally. We are investing so that they can hire people to go from house to house and do that registration process. So just for the Orange Walkers to understand, Because afterwards I say, oh, but uno signed contract Friday and the service is not available. It's 4 months first before.
Right, I'm glad that you clarified that.
I had it at the beginning and I was forgetting until Doctora mentioned it. People will have to expect people to come to your house and say, listen, you want to register with us, this is the clinic, these are the personnel. And so after 4 months, then you have the clinics will open.
Okay.
They will be paid for depending on the number of members that are registered to that clinic.
Okay.
Because that's the
Right.
form of payment or negotiation we have with the clinics. So they will be going out from house to house. Expect that.
So they need to find your client.
They need to find their client. That's right. That's right. That's right. And the incentive is for you, as we discussed yesterday, is for you. You need to start treating people like, nice.
Exactly. For
Because
me
that's
to
part
come
of
and
quality
want
of
your
care.
service.
Right. Convince
If
that
not,
is
I have
right.
an opportunity to go somewhere else.
That is right.
Right.
The people have the choice of where they want to register.
Right.
But understand that you need to have your Social Security card.
Security
So
card.
if you don't have Social Security, please go get your Social Security card.
But for the entire family to register, for example, if Daisy is going around wanting me to request the services of her clinic, and she comes to me, is it only mom or dad who have to have their Social Security, or everybody inside the household has to have their Social Security?
Everybody.
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 All right, that's for you to bear in mind. Everybody needs to have their Social Security. So from your minors, it's good
the
for you to go
elderly.
and get your Social Security to the elders. Okay, let me just take a quick break because I have some questions here that the public is asking. So I'll just take a quick break, and then when we come back, we continue our conversation this morning. Ya regresamos con más.
It's the return of the long-awaited Fiesta Rama, July 1st and 2nd at the People's Stadium. Come and enjoy 2 days of excitement and entertainment. On Saturday, come out for the all-day business expo starting at 9 a.m., followed by the Grand Pro FC Fight Night with entertainment by Yachty Kid, Tiny Melodies and Daddy Flo, El Kangri, DJ Shans and DJ Kali. Then to close off Saturday night, some of soca's hottest artists live in concert. Artists like Freezy with hits like DJ Ching.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head,
And straight out of Antigua, Mr. Vagabond himself, Ricardo Drew. Then on Sunday, the excitement continues with the Mud Show, the Motorcycle Show, and the Dog Show, with entertainment by DJ Shans and DJ Keon. Then dance the night away with Gil Harry 7 and Super G. Hosted both days by comedian David Murray. Sponsored by the Orange Walk Town Council, the Belize Tourism Board, LED Belize, Quayos Distillery Limited, and Honorable Kevin Bernard. Fiestarama 2023. See you there.
When hungry or craving, when laughter or tears, enjoy the best snacking or flavors are here. Asadas, bocadas, chiladas, doradas, delicious for snacking, done right and done here. Done right, done here.
If you're lucky, no matter what life hands you, you can always count on your closest friends to be there.
Oh, thank you. My purse was exhausted. We are all blissfully unaware when our lives are about to change.
Life is full of surprises.
I'm ready to lose my virginity.
Excuse me?
I got the list.
What list?
There's a whole brouhaha at school about this MILF list.
For real?
Our lunchtime fodder is not usually this lowbrow, I swear.
Really? Who have you been eating with?
It's a big step up for Che and me.
I've been having exit out of grief sex. It's just sex.
The world has changed since you've been out there. Men have feelings too.
Life's too short not to try something new. And just like that, I realized some things are better left in the past. But maybe not everything.
And now, the hottest match of the evening. Get ready for action! Here they come. Amazing! They're unstoppable, unbeatable. They have him on the ropes. The heat rises to the top. 1, 2, and 3.
They're on fire. Chiladas. Fire up the taste of Belize with the new Chiladas crunchy tortilla taco chips in its hot chili flavor. Fiery habanero brings the heat. They're on fire. Chiladas. From Snackers, done right, done here.
Some moments are worth the journey. We'll help get the most out of every mile. Chase down your passion. Never halfway. Hankook Tire.
You're up against some tough challenges. But not all heavy-duty lubricants can handle the pressure. Until now. Introducing Ridgeline Lubricants. A homegrown solution engineered right here to solve the hurdles you face every day. Backed by experts who understand the ups and downs of where you're operating and what's at stake. Specially formulated to protect your equipment so you can push past grueling hours, heavy loads, and harsh conditions to reach for greater productivity. Ridgeline Lubricants. Long live your equipment.
Stay hydrated, stay healthy. 100% natural juice. No added sugars, no preservatives. Big H, the juice of Belize.
Sign up for Smart Share Plan and save big. Whether you're a small entrepreneur starting up your business, a student on a limited budget, or a family trying to save, this is the plan for you. With unlimited SMS, calls, and data, we help you save. Get up to 5 lines for as low as $30 per line monthly, only with Smart. Sign up today at any Smart showroom or sales manager countrywide. So get your business going, share more memories with friends, and be ready for the day with Smart.
with more of Despierta Belice, La Cultura Norteña. We're having a discussion with Dr. Ramon Figueroa, General Manager for NHI, Dr. Daisy Mendez, Technical Advisor, NHI. They've given us a good news. Contract should be signed next week. That's what is pending. And then, as what we've heard Dr. Figueroa mention, you are going to be having private clinics knocking on your door because they will want for you to adhere to their services. So they need to go out and get their clients. Now, we've spoken about Social Security. That's number one that you need to have to register. What else do you need to have on hand when they come knocking on your door? Anything else? Any other documentation? Or it's only Social Security card?
Security card.
Okay, only that. And then, will you, I know that you've mentioned it, but let's clarify, will the district be divided into zones, or you get to pick which clinic you want to go to? Basically, that's it.
Great. So as I mentioned earlier, Kami, yes, you make the decision as to where you want to access the services, just as where you make the decision as to which pharmacy you want to go to that has a valid social contract with the National Health Insurance. So yeah, it's basically the person's choice where they're going to register and which facility they want to be their clinic. You make that choice.
All right. And my next question is, will all clinics be charging a standard fee depending on the service? Or this is going to be something sort of like a competition? This clinic can charge this amount, the other one can charge this amount, this pharmacy can charge this amount, or how will that work out?
No, very good question. There's a standard, as I mentioned, co-payment fee across the board. The contracts will be the same for everybody. You pay a $2 consultation fee. That's the standard, with the exemptions that I already mentioned: elderly, above 60, pregnant, and kids under 5 years of age. They don't have to pay any co-payment. The pharmacy prices we negotiate, it's the same price that we pay across the board to all the pharmacies for the items. So it's a standard price that we negotiate for all the items, imaging, and then people don't have to pay for it. All they have to pay is the co-payment. So this co-payment works this way.
Okay.
If you get a prescription and the total value as per what we have negotiated with that pharmacy comes up to, let's say, $100, your co-payment is only $10, 10%.
Okay.
With the exceptions,
Wow.
NHI then pays the pharmacy
The balance.
the balance, and we do that online. We do it. We have a information system that tells us this is the prescription issued by this particular clinic, by this particular doctor. This is the pharmacy that dispenses this attended to this prescription. So all of that is linked. So somebody can't just walk into a clinic and say, or a pharmacy and say, I want metformin, I want ampicillin. No, it has to be referred. You have to be a member of the clinic. You have to be seen by the clinic, issued a referral through the system, and then go to the particular pharmacy that has a contract. You pay your co-payment, and then they bill us. We pay them online. But prices are standardized across all pharmacies, across all imaging centers, across all laboratory, and the clinics as well. So remember, the clinics are being paid on the number of members they have registered with them. So you can go in there 3-4 times, doesn't matter. You pay your co-payment and that's it.
Right.
Yeah, we deal with the payment to the clinic as per contract agreement.
Let me use a diabetic for example. You mentioned the metformin, which is used by diabetics, right? The Emalet. I have a diabetic patient at my home, so that's why I know. This person needs his medication on a monthly basis, depending how many pills he drinks on a daily basis or she drinks on a daily basis. Every time you need to refill, you need to go back to your doctor so that he can prescribe that to you, and then you go to the pharmacy and so that you can get the NHI service. Is that how that will work?
We have a standard practice that normally they will issue, if you're a established diabetic,
right,
they will issue 2 months, I think it was 3 months supply. During COVID, we used to do 3 month supplies.
Okay.
So, and then you have to come back to be reevaluated after 3 months before they issue another prescription for another 3 months. And the whole issue is just to make sure that you're maintaining your blood sugar levels, to do the assessment again, to see if they need to adjust the dose. So that's but initially, once you have been established as a hypertensive or diabetic, they can issue you a 3-month prescription.
Right. When it comes to the elderly, what age range are we talking about there? Who do we consider an elder? From what age to what age, basically? Because you mentioned that they will be able to go to a different clinic, if anything, and they will need to pay for services, or the payment for their services will be a bit lower. How will that work? Or just to clarify for this person asking the question.
Great. So in the future, of course, we mentioned that we're working that with HelpAge, is that the person 60 years or older would be able to say, okay, I'm no longer going to go to this clinic, but now
Okay.
HelpAge is on board,
Okay.
so I can go there and I can access the services there. But again, it's their choice. If they want to move from where they are to go to this facility,
Okay.
they don't have to. It's just that, well, ideally you want to provide more specific services based on their needs that are very much different than what
Right.
is offered. And I say much difference in a sense as what Dr. Figueroa mentioned, that sometimes it's our just being there, just socializing with others. The ambience of these clinics are very specific into the elderly needs of physiotherapy,
Right.
post-stroke. So, I need a therapist on board. The nutrition is different.
Okay.
And they're able to provide or identify what specialist care is needed
Okay.
in order to provide. So that's coming, but not really signing a
Right.
contract as yet because they're not that prepared. We're guiding. It's something really new. And so we're in that process. But yes, 60 years and older, that's elderly for us.
And they won't pay for
these
they won't pay any
services.
fee.
No.
They will get that completely free of
Right,
cost.
right.
Free of cost.
Yeah. That's right.
All right. So you can register for one of the private clinics at first, and then when the next facility comes on board, which will offer expand the services a bit more, then you can register with them if you want to, or stay where you are.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. They make that choice.
All right. We are winding down. Let me just ask a bit about the possible changes in fees in the future. We hear a lot about inflation. Everything is going up. Are we looking at that aspect too? There is a possibility. We have a standard fee now, but in the future, probably, depending on what happens, we can see an increase or probably even a decrease, if anything.
Well, the increase, the population itself won't feel that increase. That increase is really, remember, we get our finances.
It's going to be on you.
On us. That's right. That's
Just
right.
to clarify.
And so the provider, and we had that discussion yesterday with the clinics because they were also concerned. Listen, suppose down the line we think that's not enough payment for us. I said, you justify it. You have to show us your financials.
Okay.
It's a negotiating process. And then if they can make the case that, yes, they require higher payment, then we make the adjustments and do that higher payment.
Okay. All right. Starting to wrap up, can we just mention a few pointers in Spanish? I won't put Dr. Figueroa on the spot. Yes, I do believe you can talk Spanish.
He has
Dr.
excellent
Figueroa.
Spanish.
Sí, también.
Sí, si viene de San Ignacio, nacido y crecido en San Ignacio, yo creo que puede hablar en español mejor que Daisy y esta servidora, ¿verdad que sí, Daisy? Porque nosotros aquí en el norte tenemos la tendencia a decir el Spanglish, pero en San Ignacio ya mejor el español. Solamente los puntos claves aquí del programa de NHI. Está muy pronto, vamos a ver que el programa entre en vigor aquí en el distrito de Orange Walk. Hay $7 millones que ha indicado el primer ministro que están ya listos para poder ser invertidos en el programa. Estamos viendo de poder cubrir casi básicamente a todas las personas que viven en el distrito de Orange Walk. El viernes se debe de firmar contratos con esas facilidades privadas, clínicas privadas que van a otorgar estos servicios primarios. Vamos a hablar un poco, ¿cuáles son esos servicios que vamos a ver bajo lo que es el programa en este primer nivel de lanzamiento?
Bueno, para aclarar, se van a firmar los contratos este viernes, pero el servicio no va a estar disponible hasta tal vez dentro de 4 meses. Lo que la gente va a ver van a haber grupos o equipos que van a estar yendo de casa en casa en ciertas áreas, tratando de convencerles que ustedes sean miembros de esa clínica. Para ser miembros de la clínica tienen que tener su tarjeta de seguro social. Si no tienen su tarjeta de seguro social, le estamos pidiendo a la gente que por favor vayan al Seguro Social y consigan sus tarjetas del seguro.
Y cada miembro de la familia se puede registrar, pero cada uno, desde el bebé más pequeño hasta el más adulto, tiene que tener
su tarjeta de seguro social.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Una vez ya, y esperamos que dentro de 4 meses más o menos, cuando ya las clínicas hayan registrado suficientes miembros, ya las clínicas van a abrir sus puertas para empezar a dar los servicios a la población. Va a haber inicialmente un pago de más o menos $2 por consulta, excepto la gente que tiene mayores de 60 años, las embarazadas y los niños menores de 5 años. No me gusta decir eso, pero las clínicas tienen la opción, si ahí llega una persona que por cualquier razón no puede pagar esos $2, ellos tienen la opción de quitar ese requisito.
Ok, muy
¿verdad?
bien.
Esa ya es decisión
De
local
ellos.
de la clínica.
Exacto. Okay.
Y el servicio que se le va a ofrecer a la gente es servicio de atención primaria, prácticamente. Es consulta con el médico general. Va a haber especialistas dentro de poco, un internista, va a haber un obstetra y un pediatra. Son 3 servicios especializados que la clínica va a estar proveyendo dentro de poco. Y el internista es para ver a la gente, los hipertensos, los diabéticos que están complicados, que el médico general tal vez no puede manejar bien y necesita un especialista que lo esté revisando. Eso va a estar disponible también en las clínicas. Van a tener acceso a los medicamentos en farmacias que vamos a listar, vamos a hacer públicos cuáles son las farmacias que tienen contratos con el NHI. El paciente, una vez referido por el médico, va a ir a esa farmacia de su elección, que tenga un contrato con el seguro, con nosotros, y va a tener un pago de un 10% del total valor de la prescripción. Por ejemplo, si los medicamentos listados en el total valen $60, ellos solo van a pagar $6.
Exacto.
¿Verdad?
Es el 10% del costo total.
Exacto. Como dijimos, los mayores de 60 años, las embarazadas y los menores de 5 años no van a tener que pagar eso.
Ok, no van a tener que pagar para nada de los medicamentos. Esto va a estar libre para ustedes y ya bajo el programa de NHA, entonces ya el gobierno se encarga de pagarle a esa farmacia.
Exactamente. Igual para laboratorios, igual para radiología. O sea, sus x-rays, sus mamografías, todo eso va a estar incluido. Una vez ya lancemos oficialmente el programa, vamos a empezar a hacer advertise, es decir, la lista de medicamentos, la lista de farmacias, la lista de servicios específicos que la gente va a tener opción a acceder.
Okay, muy bien, yo creo que esos son los puntos más importantes. Recuerde, para registrarse, todos de la familia tienen que tener su seguro social. Cada persona de la familia se puede registrar. Van a venir personas a su hogar y le van a decir, bueno, yo vengo de clínica de tal, tenemos un contrato bajo el NHI, queremos ver si usted quiere estar bajo nuestra clínica para recibir estos servicios, y ahí usted se registra con ellos. Ahí va a estar su nombre, el momento que usted llegue por alguna emergencia o cualquier cita, entonces ya usted su nombre ya debe de aparecer en el sistema, ¿verdad? Y usted se puede registrar con cualquiera de las clínicas que van a estar disponibles. I think obviously by Friday we will know the names. You know how some of us are. We want to know the names. We want to know who's going to come knocking on our doors. Yeah. But by next Friday, when the contracts are signed, we'll be able to know exactly who all we are talking about.
De acuerdo. Y los servicios, a pesar de que firmemos contrato el viernes, va a haber un periodo de 4 meses a donde se va a hacer solo el registro de los miembros. Los servicios todavía no, las clínicas todavía no están disponibles para proveer servicios.
Sí, claro. El viernes solamente es la firmación del contrato, y cuando usted escucha el nombre de las clínicas o de las farmacias o de los laboratorios, no significa que para el sábado o el lunes usted ya puede ir a estas clínicas a recibir ese servicio. No, usted tiene que registrarse, y para hacer eso esperamos que las personas de estas clínicas vengan a nuestra casa, o nosotros también vamos a poder ir a estas clínicas a registrarnos personalmente. Si decidimos solamente en escuchar el nombre, ok, yo quiero ir, con esta clínica? ¿Me puedo ir a registrar yo o espero que lleguen a mi casa?
No, tienes la opción de tú ir a la clínica una vez que ya los tengamos identificados y ya presentados el viernes. Tú tienes la opción de llevar toda tu información y no esperar a que la clínica llegue a ti. Entonces tú puedes ir a hacer ese registro. Entonces, nada más para cerrar, Cami, invito a los que nos están acompañando hoy que se pueden tener mayor información en la página web de NHI, que es la www.nhi.bz, y en la página de Facebook, que es National Health Insurance Belize. Ahí vamos a estar poniendo todo la información, que no es únicamente información de Orange Walk, porque también hay personas que se pueden seguir registrando en Corozal. Entonces, para que ellos también tengan más información acerca de los servicios que pueden, o el beneficio, o qué esperar cuando ya vamos con la implementación completa de NHI.
Yo creo que el programa sirvió para hablar un poco más sobre el NHI. Había muchas cosas que la gente a lo mejor no había entendido, y realmente al escuchar toda esta información, este programa es realmente excelente, ¿verdad? Hay que aplaudir por escuchar la continuación y ver que se está invirtiendo, y esperamos ver la expansión muy pronto. Hemos escuchado que el primer ministro ha dicho que se está trabajando en lo que es el servicio de lotería y bolido para ver si este dinero que se recaude de ahí se utiliza para ya expandir más en lo que es el programa de NHI, y a lo mejor muy pronto estaremos escuchando de poder recibir nuestras cirugías de emergencia bajo el programa también, y pagar por ese servicio a un costo mínimo. Así que vamos a pasos lentos pero seguros al mismo tiempo, doctor Figueroa.
Exactamente, y es muy emocionante porque, como decía la doctora Méndez, hemos tardado casi cada 5 años para poder extender el servicio a otra región. Hemos estado en esto desde el 2001. Y la única razón por la cual no se ha podido extender el servicio a todo el resto del país es limitación de finanzas. Entonces, cuando el primer ministro anunció de que la lotería iba a ser para NHI, ya casi teníamos fiesta, porque al fin estamos resolviendo lo que nos estaba limitando, la extensión de un servicio necesario para la población.
Exacto.
Y como dijiste, se va a hacer gradualmente, primero atención primaria, después vamos a los servicios hospitalarios, y dependiendo de la disponibilidad de las finanzas, podemos cubrir más servicios para la población.
Exactamente, y un pueblo saludable es un pueblo fructífero, ¿verdad? Se necesita la gente saludable, porque sin salud no podemos trabajar. Y si la gente no trabaja, entonces ¿qué pasa? Cae la economía del país localmente, y ahí es donde entramos en serios problemas. Así que tenemos que tener un sector de salud rígido y de calidad para la gente, especialmente.
Exacto. Y para repetir tal vez lo que ya se ha dicho en muchas ocasiones, el desarrollo de un pueblo, de un país, depende de la educación y la salud de la población.
Yo siempre menciono eso.
Y un niño saludable puede ir a la escuela y aprender, ¿verdad?
Exactamente.
Entonces, ahí seguimos con el fortalecimiento del sistema de salud.
Muy bien.
Y COVID nos enfatizó todo eso, que
sí,
la salud es muy importante.
Exactamente. Bueno, muchísimas gracias a ambos ustedes por estar con nosotros esta mañana. Ha sido una sesión muy informativa. Ya conozco más sobre el NHI. Usted ya conoce más sobre el NHI. Ahora todo lo que tenemos que esperar es la firma de ese contrato, y vaya a registrarse, ¿verdad? Vaya a registrarse. No tiene que esperar hasta que lleguen a tocar su puerta para registrarse con esas clínicas. Cuando usted escuche los nombres, usted hace su decisión como familia y se registra, y luego de 4 meses, yo creo que se va a ver el anuncio cuando ya se diga, ok, los que ya se registraron ya pueden ir a recibir estos servicios bajo el NHI. Aquí les vamos a mantener informados. Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros.
Gracias.
Bueno, mi gente, y con eso vamos llegando al final del programa. Mañana ya viernes, último segmento de la semana, y si el Divino Creador lo permite, aquí estaré con ustedes, con nuestros invitados. Muy buenos días y que Dios nos bendiga. Hasta mañana, si Él lo permite.